Mruchka was sitting on the windowsill in the sun for over an hour.
Yeah, the cats like the sun.
I felt her fur, and she felt so hot.
That is how I feel when you put 16 blankets on our bed.
Oh, I do not.
There are enough of them that I sometimes start sweating. I have to kick some of them off in the middle of the night.
Well, it doesn't help that you always wear socks to bed.
Well, it doesn't help that you always wear the curlers in your hair in the bed.
What does that mean? What does that have to do with being too hot in the bed?
Well, you know that, we don't have time to talk about it now. We have to do the show.
Yeah, right.
Okay, are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Walter, and this is the Barbara and Walter Show.
And I'm Barbara.
You can sing the show beginning song.
Yeah, everybody, it's time to dance. It's time for the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz Kiva show.
So, I want to thank you for almost breaking my leg this morning.
What are you talking about?
Well, you know that I always wake up before you every morning.
Yeah, you usually wake up at 4:30 or 4:45, but sometimes you wake up as early as 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you mean, thank you? I'm not congratulating you like it's an impressive accomplishment. I actually think you're crazy for waking up that early for nothing.
What? I accomplish a lot when I wake up that early. I make the coffee, I sit in my chair, I plan out the day in my mind, I wait for the newspaper to arrive in the morning.
It is still dark outside when you wake up. Mruchka doesn't even wake up when you wake up.
She's a cat. She never wakes up. She is a pillow that eats.
That's not true. She goes outside. She is an active cat.
She's the spoiled cat. She has 300 cat toys, but you still make the special cardboard box with all the wrapping papers in it.
Yeah, I made that in the kitchen. Mruchka really likes to play in it.
Yeah, and that's what almost broke my leg.
How did it almost break your leg?
When I walk into the kitchen that early, I don't turn on the big kitchen light because it is too bright on my eyes that early in the morning. I always walk over to the stove and turn on the small light by the stove.
And I can hear it when you accidentally flick the switch on the carburetor.
It is too close to the light switch. Whoever put it there is the idiot.
Yeah, you and Mr. Trotz put it there.
Oh, that's right. I remember when I bought you the carburetor for your birthday.
So romantic.
So, anyway, I'm trying to walk into the kitchen in the pitch dark, and all of a sudden, I step into the cardboard box with all the wrapping papers in it, and the whole box slides, and I do the splits, and fall right on my bum in my pajamas.
Well, you knew that the box was there. It's been there for a few weeks.
Yeah, I know that it has been there for a few weeks because the wrapping paper in the box is still from the Mother's Day.
Yeah, the wrapping paper that covered my gifts from you. Filters for the vacuum cleaner, a new dustpan, windshield washer fluid, and a bottle of wine.
Yeah, you're welcome. How long are you going to keep that box in the middle of the kitchen? Until I break my neck?
That depends. How long will it take for that to happen?
Oh, very funny.
When Mruchka stops playing in the box for fun, I will get rid of it.
What if she never stops playing in it?
Then I will buy you one of those flashlights that you can put on your head when you wake up in the morning when it's still dark.
I was thinking the next Mother's Day or your birthday or whatever, I should maybe buy you something even nicer than the filters for the vacuum cleaner or the dustpan.
Oh, I don't know how you can top that, Walter.
Well, it won't be easy, but I saw on the news the other day, there was an old lady who was celebrating her 100th birthday. And do you know what she did on her 100th birthday?
She changed the filter in the vacuum cleaner?
No. She went skydiving.
Why would she do that?
She said that it is something that she has always wanted to do. Wouldn't you like to try skydiving on your 100th birthday?
No, a bottle of wine will be fine.
Where is your sense of adventure, Ba?
I get enough adventure going to bingo and dancercise.
Maybe you will change your mind someday. I will ask you again in the future.
Ask me when I turn 100 years old. That is, if you are around then.
Why wouldn't I be around?
Because you always say, do you know why husbands usually die before their wives?
Yeah, because they want to.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah. My grandmother lived to 103 years old.
Yeah, you told me.
She was so old that when she was in public school, there was no such thing as history.
What do you mean?
There was no history class because it was so far back in time that history wasn't created yet.
Oh, very funny.
Yeah, it is not so fun when I tell a joke to you and then I have to explain it.
Yeah.
I remember that we used to play the jokes on my grandmother all the time. One time I took her dentures and we replaced them with a different pair.
Where did you get the different pair of dentures from?
A friend of mine worked at a funeral home, and he took them from one of the patients that were in there.
Is that what you call them? Patients?
I don't know. What do you call the dead guys?
A cadaver or a corpse.
How do you know that?
Because I was reading on the internet how to turn your husband into a dead guy.
Oh, sure.
I learned it on Murder, She Wrote. So what happened when you changed your grandmother's dentures?
Oh, when my grandmother was sleeping, I went and took her dentures out of the glass and put in the ones from the funeral home in the glass.
She couldn't eat with those dentures, could she?
Oh, no. She didn't even get to try. We were all in the kitchen, and she came in and was making all of these weird faces. I remember that my mother asked her what was wrong.
Your mother didn't know that you changed the dentures?
No, no one did. My mother asked, what's the matter? You look like you smelled a fart or something.
Oh, she did not.
Okay, she didn't. I did.
Of course.
And my grandmother said, no, my dentures aren't fitting right this morning. Right when she said that, I remember I was taking a drink of the chocolate milk, and I started laughing, and I spit the chocolate milk all over the table.
Oh, Walter.
Yeah, it even came out of my nose. Oh, my mother was so mad.
So did you tell everyone about the dentures?
Yeah, I did. Because there was no way that my grandmother was going to be able to eat the breakfast with someone else's dentures.
Was she mad?
No, she laughed. She thought that it was very funny.
Speaking of making funny faces, Squishy Face invited us to her house for dinner again.
Oh, I know. I heard her talking to you at mall walking this morning. Why does she keep inviting us to her house?
She's invited us 4 or 5 times. We're probably going to have to go one of these days.
We don't even know her real name. We just know her as Squishy Face. We go to the mall walking for exercise, not to make the new friends.
Maybe she wants us to meet her husband.
Then tell her to bring the husband to the mall. We can meet him there. Or, even better, she should just bring a photograph of her husband. There, we saw what he looks like. Goodbye.
Maybe her husband is bedridden and he can't leave the bedroom.
Yeah, then that will be a very fun visit for us. Let's go stare at a guy in the bed with his pajamas. What if it isn't that, Pa? What if they want to talk to us about joining one of those pyramid scams?
Oh, you mean the pyramid schemes?
Yeah, whatever. Or maybe even worse, what about it if Squishy Face and her husband are the swingers?
Oh, I knew a man who met his wife at a swingers party.
Really?
Yeah, he said to her, "Shouldn't you be home looking after the kids?"
Oh, very funny.
Yeah, little joke there. Ha ha ha.
Well, tell Squishy Face that we are too busy to come to dinner.
Oh, Walter, we'll have to go there one of these days.
I know what. You go there by yourself and let me know how it was.
I am not going to go by myself.
Then take our cat Mruchka, or take Joe from across the street.
Joe doesn't speak English.
Neither does Mruchka, so both of them can go with you.
Yeah, right. Did we get any messages this week?
Yeah, we did on our website.
www.barbaraandwalter.com.
The first message is from Clayton in Brandon, Manitoba. Clayton says, "Dear Barbara and Walter, what is the strangest thing that a visitor has ever done at your home?"
Oh, I think one thing would probably be when Mr. Trotz drank all the pickle juice after lunch.
Yeah, we finished the sandwiches that you made and all the pickles that were in the jar. You were going to throw out the juice that was in the jar. But Mr. Trotz said that he wanted to drink it because it was healthy.
Yeah, so healthy.
And then he drank it and threw it up all over the floor.
That was a mess. There is another strange thing that happened in our house. Do you remember Mrs. Schmelter when we were playing bridge?
Oh, yeah. We were playing bridge and she needed to go to the washroom. So, you and I and Mr. Schmelter are talking, and then we realized that Mrs. Schmelter was in the washroom for 45 minutes.
Mr. Schmelter went and knocked on the door, and all he could hear was Mrs. Schmelter snoring quietly.
Yeah, she fell asleep on the toilet. Mr. Schmelter had to bang hard on the door to wake her up.
She said that when she woke up, she didn't know where she was.
She was on the toilet. That's where she was.
Thank you for the question, Clayton. The next question is from Tracy in Cork, Ireland. Tracy asks, have you ever secretly taken money from each other's wallet or purse?
No, I have never done that. Bah?
Oh, we are running out of time. We'll have to answer this question on another show.
What? We have time. You can give an answer. Have you ever secretly taken money from my wallet?
Thank you for the question, Tracy.
No, you can answer the question.
It is time for the show-ending song. Sorry to leave, but this is the end of the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz Kiva show. Bye.
No, it is not bye yet.
Bye-bye.
So, did you ever take money from my wallet?
When?
When? Whenever. Did you take money?
Well, how much money?
No, you tell me how much money. Did you ever take money?
Well, I did once to buy milk.
Oh, okay. That's not a problem.
And another time, I had to get bread.
That is okay. No problem.
And then one time, I needed money for expensive jewelry.
What?
I'm just kidding, Walter. It wasn't for jewelry. It was for a gift for my boyfriend.
Yeah, very funny. I have to find a new hiding space for my wallet.
Oh, I can help you find a new hiding space for it. What about in the drawer